Ronnie Lawrence is potentially facing early retirement. How crazy is that? 8-2 as a pro, 31 years of age, at one point a highly touted prospect. Coming into the UFC, 4 KO, TKO, 0 submissions, 4 decisions, 2-1 in the UFC, 0-1 Bellator, 1-0 in LFA, and he got into the UFC White Contender Series back in 2020. He had a fight canceled with Cameron Simon, and yes, his last fight against Daniel Argueta, premature stoppage by that of a Keith Peterson. No one tapped. Ronnie Lawrence didn't tap anyways, and Keith Peterson ended that fight early. So controversial finish. He's also had some weight issues, injuries. It hasn't been an easy run for the young fighter, despite his resume and his record looking pretty damn good with only 2 significant losses. Well, 2 losses in his pro MMA career. He's been facing a lot these days. The main reason why he's facing early retirement we'll get to in a sec, but he struggled with weight cuts in the UFC. Just a cloud of bad luck above Ronnie Lawrence right now. His last fight, no contest, as the ref stopped the fight without him tapping clearly. We were streaming that. I remember that one as well. Several health issues the last 2 to 3 years, so he's stepping away indefinitely. He's been fighting staph infection. And not just like a few times here and there. 15 to 20 times this last year. 15 to 20 times this last year, Ronnie Lawrence has been treating and suffering from staph infections. This year alone, that's crazy. And he believes the doctors believe that has been attributing to his weight issues. He has to take some time off before him and doctors really know what to do moving forward, because this isn't normal for every fighter out there. This isn't normal for people to get that infection that many times and have that many other health complications that he has not disclosed yet. Now, he made an announcement on Instagram, instead of making this post to address some of the health issues I've been dealing with for the last 2.5 years. Before I get to that, I would like to announce that I'm going to be stepping away from fighting indefinitely, at least active competition. So I'm going to quote unquote retire, Ronnie Lawrence said in air quotes in an interview with MMA News. I won't be fighting until I can resolve these issues. What's happening to me is if I train hard, or if I train more than a couple of days, if I do a wrestling practice, if I spar, if I do anything that causes a little bit of too high for too long. I'm developing cyst acne along my jawline and my chin area. We continue, the cyst acne is developing on my face, usually ends up turning into a staph infection. I've unfortunately had staph, without exaggeration, 15 to 20 times in the last 2.5 years, which has made training and fighting, training camps just absolutely horrible. It feels like impossible, so that's why I'm stepping away. Ronnie Lawrence tweeted that, and he explained the situation in his Instagram post here as well. He says that's what has been mainly attributing to his lackluster UFC run as of late and his weight issues. I mean, I was excited to see this kid come into the UFC. I was excited upon seeing his fight on Contender Series. Hopefully he can get healthy soon. I mean, he's at that age where it takes a year and a half off to address these health issues. Knock on wood, he can address them. There's still time for him to come back and make a run in his mid-30s, but get that resolved now, because it's going to be way harder to do so in his late 30s. Let me know your thoughts on this situation. Let me know your thoughts on Ronnie Lawrence. Are you a fan of his? Do you want to see him come back? Or do you think his health is the most important thing and that he might have to hang them up here? Let me know in the comments, folks.